Hi, friend. You know, when you're healing from narcissistic abuse, it can be one of the loneliest times of your life, and there's a reason for that, which we'll get to in just a moment. We spend our whole life gathering people around us. The more people around us, the better, we think, especially when we're young. And then if we move into marriage and have children, we have kids' parties, we have teenagers around, we have family gatherings. We're used to being surrounded with a lot of people. Most times, there are those that have a quieter life, but I think in general, a lot of us have a lot of people around. Well, when we get into midlife and beyond, we have less people around anyway. Our family grows up, people go their separate ways. We may be retired, so we don't have work associates. So we find that our circle is quite a bit smaller anyway. Well, when we're in healing mode, we're trying to get away from narcissistic people. So they're not in our life anymore. And there's one other very good reason why we're lonely, because we can't talk about this to anybody. Unless a person has lived through narcissistic abuse, they won't get it. They won't understand. They'll say, well, things like just give them another chance, or take it easy on them. They're going through a hard time, or maybe you're expecting too much from them, or whatever reason they might come up with. A lot of times they'll put the onus on you. Little do they know that you've spent months and years, perhaps even decades, trying to fix a relationship that can't be fixed. Because remember, you're only responsible for 50% of any relationship. You can't do your part and their part. They have to take some responsibility for this relationship as well. And a narcissist doesn't want to take responsibility. They don't want closure. They don't want it fixed. They don't want good communication. They like it to be in chaos and drama and confusion. They like the control. So you can skirt around that all you want. And what will happen is you will be a nervous wreck. Your health will suffer because of it. You'll be depressed. You'll be anxious. There'll be all kinds of things happen to you because you're trying to do something that is about the same as banging your head up against a brick wall. So, my friend, it's time to give it up. Just give it up. Don't just walk away instantly, but think about what you've been dealing with. Think about how you've been abused. And do you want to continue in that cycle, or do you want to break away? And I'm not saying to walk away from a marriage, to abandon your parents or children or siblings, but learn how you can protect yourself and put up boundaries and guard your peace, guard your heart, guard your mental and emotional health, and look at ways you can do that. It will not happen overnight. And there may come a time where you have to go no contact, but usually there are things you can try first, and it just depends on who they are and what the type of relationship you have. But either way, it's going to be lonely for the reasons I said. But better to be lonely than to put up with the drama and chaos that you've been living through. So if it's lonely, my friend, I know that there are other channels online that deal with narcissistic recovery for any age, and some of them deal with recovery in midlife and beyond. And the reason we are healing at this stage in life is because we didn't even know what we were dealing with sometimes until we were in our 50s, 60s, maybe even 70s. We knew there was something wrong. We thought it was our fault. So that's why maybe we're just waking up to this now. We just haven't had time to look into it, and we didn't even know there was a name for what we were going through. So now that we have woken up and realized that it never really was about us, even though we weren't perfect, we've been trying. We've turned ourselves inside out trying. And the narcissists, they just watched us struggle. It's very sad when you think of it, but I would much rather be lonely than to deal with all that pain and chaos and confusion and tears. So, my friend, if you're finding this healing stage in your life really lonely, you're not alone. There may not be somebody next to you, next door, across the street. Unfortunately, most of us don't have anyone close that we could have talked to, but there are many people online. As I said, many channels. Hit subscribe on this channel if you want to come back and hear some more encouragement for you on your journey. I would love for you to do that, and just remember, you deserve better. Take care of yourself. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.